Jen here. Jen. Okay, I don't know if you can see this sweat dripping off my body. I just got to the airport and had 30 minutes to catch this flight and was told I couldn't get on the flight and they were going to throw away my suitcase. Anyway, so random, but this is just part one because I have to hang up because they held the plane for me. But here's my question. So, if you have 30 minutes to make the plane, could you do it? Sorry. And, yeah, I just can't even explain how I'm just sweating. But I'm on the plane. So I have to hang up. I have to hang up my little phone. So there'll be a part 2 when I land in Tulsa, America. 30 minutes, and I am on the plane. I think that's called certainty. It's the craziest story. So, but no, they haven't told me, so I'm going to keep rolling. And my little friend here is going to listen. Okay, so we run in with my friend, and there's 5 people, and I said, do not go to the girl. Do not go to the chick. Don't go to the chick with the blonde hair. Well, guess who opens up? The chick with the blonde hair. We go over there, and she goes, ma'am, I'm sorry, you don't get to catch your flight. We gave your seat away. I go, oh, was it overbooked? And she goes, no. I go, well, that's my seat. I paid for it, so I need to make that plane. We're sorry you cut off the deadline. I go, for what? She said, you're 5 minutes past. I go, this is ridiculous. I need to catch the flight because I have 3 kids, and I need to go home. She goes, I can't help you. And she goes, plus, what are you going to do with your suitcase? And I said, well, you need to get it on the plane. And she goes, well, I'm not going to get it on the plane. And then she actually said you could throw it away. I have the biggest suitcase with all the stuff, and she said you could throw it away. And I stopped talking to her. I said, I need to speak to a manager now. So there was an older man, and she went over, and I saw her talking to the older man, and the older man looked over at me, and I thought, dude, this isn't going to go my way. This isn't going down right. I need to go talk to the older man. So I scurry over there. She's pissed at me because I'm interrupting her conversation. And I said to the manager, I go, sir, I'm so sorry. I need to catch my flight. I have 3 kids. I can't miss this plane. And he said, oh, and she kept going, but the cutoff. I go, I'm not talking to you. And the older precious man said, well, let's go back over. So she's fuming, steam's coming out of her nose. We go back over, and he said, well, let me call the gate. And she said, they've already closed it. He goes, I'm going to call the gate and get her on her plane. And he said, what are you going to do with your suitcase? And I said, well, she actually told me to throw it away. But how about we put it on the next flight out in the morning, and I go back to the airport in Tulsa and pick up my suitcase.
Good evening,
and he said, sure.
Welcome on board
and that's how that went down.
Flight to Tulsa.
And I got my
Becky, and
ticket, and I ran as hard as I could, made it into my seat, and I will go back to the airport tomorrow to pick up my suitcase. That's crazy, and I think it happens all the time, but here's my question. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I would have gone to a man at the desk, they would have done anything they could to help, but for some reason, women are our own worst enemies. She was not going to help me. Hater, not a lover from day one. I'm in security. The guy behind me said that was the craziest thing I have ever seen. He goes, I am baffled. That is crazy. He was shaking his head, younger guy, younger than me, probably in his 30s, early 30s, and he said, I've never seen anything like that before. And I said, well, welcome. I said, it happens all the time. A chick goes up to another chick. They just want to take him out. And so it was crazy. So think about it and let me know if it's happened to you. Guys, TTF. Ta-ta for now.
Automatically fall from the panel above your head. Pull the mask firmly towards you to start the full box.